What's up, guys? Benny. What would be the single most unwatchable TV show of all time? Well, maybe take the two largest late night comedy show host cancellations in American history, Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel, and smash them together. And yes, a raging and furious Jimmy Kimmel, who was already planning, by the way, of exiting his late night contract. This is my final contract. He said this on the record. This is from over a year ago, this article. Jimmy Kimmel was already planning on walking, but now some of his new plans for what he does next is materializing. And he may be planning on starting a network with Stephen Colbert. Please do that. Please do that. I need the content. I will subscribe. Please. Jimmy Kimmel's staff is reeling after his show got pulled, freaking out and screaming. A source with knowledge of events told the outlet that Kimmel's staff were working as usual on Wednesday, holding calls with talent publicists regarding upcoming episodes, and the decision was announced, and the staff were stunned. People were crying, shell-shocked. Jimmy Kimmel did this, by the way. He did this to his staff. Like Jimmy Kimmel's behavior here, not being able to just shut your stupid mouth and say, like, all you have to do is say, we disavow all violence. All violence is wrong. It's a developing story. What isn't developing is that we are sorry for the Kirk family and we pray for them and grieve with them. And we disavow all political violence. That's all you had to say. That's it. They couldn't. They can't help themselves. They had to make a joke about it. They had to trample on Charlie's legacy. According to CNN, Kimmel's guests were booked on Wednesday. They were already at the theater. So there's all these one of the guests was Wanda Sykes. So that would have been amazing. And now, well, it's not officially canceled, but there's no timeline for when the show will return. Jimmy Kimmel goes nuclear over ABC canceling him for Charlie Kirk comments, as insiders reveal he already had plans for a new job. Oh yeah? What exactly were those plans? Insider told the Daily Mail that the host was absolutely effing livid. They canceled Jimmy Kimmel Live right before they were about to go on air. The sources revealed that he was holding a crunch meeting with network's executives, but was keen to break his relationship with them forever and is already teeing up a guest slot with Stephen Colbert. What does that mean? Already teeing up a guest slot with axed CBS. So Kimmel's going to cancel his ABC show and then go over to the graveyard of Stephen Colbert's show? Because Stephen Colbert's show is canceled, but he has to do his show through like the end of I think next year. Meanwhile, one of his producers said they were wandering around like aimless cows, adding, "I've never seen Jimmy this angry." Kimmel ranted about the shooting on Monday, suggesting that the assassin was MAGA and Republicans were trying to score political points. On Wednesday, FCC Chair Brendan Carr urged broadcasters to stop airing his show and open an investigation. Nexstar Media Group said they found it offensive. By Wednesday night, Disney-owned ABC announced Jimmy Kimmel was preempted indefinitely. Look at that. That's how it works, man. It's called hard power, soft power, whatever you want to call it. Source said Jimmy is pissed over the decision to suspend him in the show, and he isn't going to take this lightly. He's actively looking for ways to get out of his contract. This is the last straw for Jimmy. Now he's looking to forever break his relationship with ABC. Continue that Stephen Colbert is already looking to get Jimmy on his show as the next guest in a couple of days. Now, both are in the same predicament as both being against Trump administration, and now they have to go down with the fight for what they believe. They don't want Trump to win in any way, shape, or fashion, and this all lit an extreme fire under Jimmy's ass to continue to tell it like it is. The producer on the show gave a glimpse into how the news is being met by Kimmel and the rest of the crew. Said, "Well, now I don't have anything to do. We're shut down indefinitely. We're here and we're basically wandering around like aimless cows." You ever been out in Hollywood? That is literally how people wander around. Jimmy's going to meet with the network now and hopefully figure this out. He's livid, absolutely effing livid. Clearly, the government overreaching. There's no such thing as free speech in America. The government can lean into companies to stop any content they don't like. No, it was the customers, idiots. Shame on the network for caving to the pressure. He didn't even say anything that bad, but even if he did, it's freedom of speech. Yeah. So go say it on a street corner, dude. Or go build your own ABC. Isn't that what it's Freedom of speech, not freedom of reach. ABC's a private company, lib. Go build your own ABC. Jimmy said he's going to fight this. Not even because he cares so much about the show, although he does, but because he cares about the precedent. He can't make a comment about Charlie Kirk. All of this that's happening on Fox. Look at what they say on South Park. This is persecution, and Jimmy isn't going to stand for it. He has a lot of friends who are going to cause a lot of problems if he suddenly doesn't have a show. He'll get every friend he has to stop ABC shows. Stop doing ABC shows. You want someone on The View? Good luck. As pissed off as I am, you can only imagine how pissed off Jimmy is. He's beside himself. I've never seen him this angry, this bad. Chill out, dude. Like, shut up. Goodness gracious. I mean, this is correct. Kimmel sparked fury on Monday night, suggesting Kirk's assassin was a MAGA Republican, despite investigators saying he's far left sympathies. You didn't have to do it. You could have just said, okay, we feel sorry for the family. We're sorry that this happened. This is bad. That's all you had to say. Can't help yourself. Evil demons. Can't help themselves. Jimmy Kimmel's rating were already plummeting before ABC suspended him. This is why the decision was so easy. Jimmy Kimmel had destroyed the show. It had lost 43% of its audience from January, dropped to 1.1 million total viewers in August, down 43%. It's absolutely and totally dismal. The advertiser coveted 18 to 19 demographic. Kimmel averaged only 129,000 viewers in that bracket. Virtually every video we publish on this platform has more viewers than that. ABC contract was set to expire next year. The slump raises questions about whether Jimmy Kimmel would have even been able to keep his contract at all. So it was an easy decision for the network. Too much cost and too little payoff. Jimmy Kimmel goes nuclear, and he's furious that they suspended him, and this was the last straw. Raymond Arroyo on the Ingram angle talking about how he's not coming back to the show. Here we go.
Apparently, the Daily Mail is reporting that Kimmel was going nuclear over this. He's furious, Raymond. He's PO'd over the decision to suspend him, and now he's not taking it lightly, and this is the last straw for Jimmy. This is the last straw for Jimmy. I mean, he said he already has a new job, and it's lit a fire, apparently. It already has. Well,
I spoke to people close to that show over the summer. They told me they were looking for another host then. This seems like it was convenient on ABC to sort of move them aside. But like so many of these guys, they had a John to decide to follow. Instead of John Carson, they followed Jon Stewart. It is ratings oblivion, and here we are.
I thought that this was really sad. Jimmy Kimmel is responsible for putting his entire crew out of work. He only thought of himself when he spread a vicious lie on air and when he refused to apologize, like he is refusing to apologize now. Not the hero, ladies and gentlemen, not the hero. So Jimmy Kimmel, enjoy. Please, I beg of you, start a news network with Keith Olbermann, Joy Reid, Stephen Colbert, and yourself. And get George Soros to dump a bunch of money into a dumpster and light it on fire. Please, I beg of you. I will definitely subscribe for the content.